How's it going, Laser Bruces? I'm Bobby Sixkilla and welcome back to Zero Escape 999. We're done looking for Snake because we knew we weren't going to find him anyway. I just wanted to see if anyone had anything new to say. But obviously, nothing changed. Now we're going to see, we're going to pick our next numbered door, which is the real big thing.
The big hospital room.
The big change in the story and everything.
Okay, let's go then.
Let's get it on. You should be able to skip some of this crap.
I doubt we'd learn anything from him anyway.
Jumpy?
No, nothing. Let's go, June.
Dude, I'm done. Finish searching, there we go. We're not gonna find him. We know we're not gonna find him. Let's just skip ahead. Put that skip on. You got no reason to listen to this crap again. Most importantly, we skip through this crap and we get to pick our numbered door. Now, I can't remember whether this is one we've been through before or not. If we have been through it before, I will skip the puzzles. If not, then we'll do the puzzles. I mean, either way, obviously, I have to do the puzzles, but you don't have to watch them again if you've already seen them before, you know? Ace is gonna stay behind, what a sacrifice. Give himself some anesthetic because he likes drugs, I guess. Drugs, my favorite. Door 8. We're going through door 8, which is the same door we went through last time. Which means all of this is the same. I assume. So there will be much skipping. Much skipping. I mean, I don't know whether to just leave in the skipping bits like this. So you can watch me blow through it really fast, maybe, or just skip ahead to the next choice. I don't know, or when the next thing that actually matters happens. I don't know. We shall see. Maybe I'll just skip through this crap, leave the skipping in, and then I'll cut the puzzle out altogether. This is the one with the bathroom tiles and all that shit, hey? Is that this one? Oh, it's the laboratory. I remember this one. Maybe I can blow through it quickly enough that it won't matter. I mean, I remember it pretty well. It was only like a couple of days ago we did it. When did I record this? Was it yesterday? Shit, it might have been yesterday. Anyway, we'll skip ahead to the end of this puzzle and I'll bring you back once it's done. That'll save us like 10 minutes.
What kind of job do you have? What are you?
I'm unemployed at the moment. I used to work for a cybersecurity firm, but I quit.
New information. Random. I don't even know why. Used to work for a cybersecurity firm.
Why?
Huh? Oh. It was just something.
I see. Oh, what are you doing now?
I'm going to try and brute force it.
Brute what?
A brute force attack is... well, the short version is that I just attack the thing head on. The long version? A brute force attack is one of the simplest ways to break a cipher. It checks every possible combination until it finds the right one. For a complex cipher, it can take a very long time. I'm writing a program that would run an attack like that on its own. It's not the most elegant solution, certainly. But given the circumstances, there isn't much else I can do. Oh, but back to what we were talking about earlier.
What were we talking about?
The wireless display? It's kind of strange if you think about it, isn't it? How do I put it? Well, let's say you write a program that calculates an addition problem for you. Alright, so you enter 1 + 1.
Right.
The screen will show you 2. See? Isn't that strange?
No. Not really.
Oh, come on now. Of course a caveman like you would think it was strange. You said so just a minute ago. You're just not getting it, are you? Who calculated 1 + 1?
The processor?
The main computer, right? You said it connected to the monitor wirelessly.
Yeah, but someone who grew up in a cave wouldn't know that, right? They'd probably think that this thing here, the monitor, is doing the calculating. And once they've decided that, they'll start examining this monitor. They might poke the screen or something. Ah, I see the color changes when I press it here. Then they might investigate the hardware on the inside. Oh, I see. So this wire supplies the power. Eventually, they might even cut the wires. Ah, yes. Just as I expected. When this wire is cut, no results appear. Therefore, it must be this device which does the calculations.
Oh.
Excellent reasoning there.
But the truth is that, just like you said, the computer is doing the calculating. But these cave people wouldn't know that, because they have no idea that the monitor and the computer are connected wirelessly.
So, what are you trying to say?
Nothing, really. It's just, I thought maybe.
Well, this is about telepathy and control again. The monitor is wireless. I mean, I don't think wireless displays actually exist. None of mine are wireless, put it that way. I haven't, and I work in IT. I don't really see them here, although I do live in a poor place. But who knows?
What if the relationship between human beings and our brains is like that?
See, wirelessly. Well, that's what the whole thing is about. Telepathy. That's going to be the crux of the entire story, I think.
Huh?
Well, let's say you stick a bunch of electrodes into parts of the brain. A scientist examining the signals they send out might say, interesting. So stimulating this part of the brain causes the person to see colors. That must mean this neuron cluster controls that function. Okay, let's see what happens when I cut out this part. Ah, just what I thought. Cutting off this part causes that function to cease. Therefore, human thought processes must occur in the human brain. See? Doesn't it sound the same?
Yeah?
The brain is just an output device, like this monitor. Maybe our thought processes actually occur somewhere else, in a main body. We just don't know it. We never even think about it.
Like a hive mind. That sounds like a hive mind.
Just like those cave people wouldn't know about wireless communications, we can't imagine that there's some unknown medium that transfers information into our brains, where we experience that information as thoughts.
No, that doesn't actually sound that crazy. Maybe I'm crazy, but that doesn't sound that crazy.
The brain is just an output device. Human thought actually occurs somewhere else.
When I worked at McDonald's, you always notice that people come in like weird waves. When you get one, you never get one customer, you always get a wave of customers. It's like everybody gets alerted to go to McDonald's at the same time. It's so weird.
That's just crazy talk.
Maybe that's the cause of Seven's amnesia. If memory is actually stored somewhere else, in some sort of main body somewhere, maybe he hasn't forgotten anything at all. He's just having a difficult time accessing his memories because the monitor, his brain, has been damaged.
Huh.
I suppose that would explain aphasia and blindsight too.
I wonder why this changed everything so much. Like, this is the same room we were in last time, and it's totally different.
Perhaps they actually can speak or see. The monitor just isn't functioning properly. I guess people with prosopagnosia could be suffering from the same thing.
Wait a minute. What?
What? You've never heard of prosopagnosia?
No. What is it?
Well, put simply, it means a condition where the mind can't distinguish between human faces. In other words, my face would look the same as Clover's or even yours. So they can't remember faces, which is how most people recognize each other. That means that people with prosopagnosia have trouble recognizing even people they're close to. Usually they can make do by associating people with other things. Their voices, their clothes, their hair.
Does that mean other people's faces look like blanks?
No, I don't think so. Well, you've seen monkeys, like in a zoo, right? To you and me, all the monkey faces look the same, even though they've obviously got faces. It's almost impossible for a human to distinguish between them. The zoo staff that works with them would learn to identify different monkeys eventually. But you or I couldn't, unless one had a scar or something else to set it apart. Well, that's how people would be to someone with prosopagnosia.
Prosopagnosia. Huh. I didn't even know that kind of thing existed. And, what were we talking about?
The idea that your brain is just an output device, like a monitor.
Are you serious about that stuff?
Not really. I was just kidding for about half of it.
What about the other half?
Well, I guess I was just adulting.
Not funny.
It's nothing more than a story I made up out of boredom. Don't take it seriously. It was the first thing that came to mind, and I just talked about it to kill time. But looks like I don't need to talk anymore.
I don't think so. Everything about this game has been about telepathy. Everything.
I don't have to kill time
connects to it
any longer.
Oh, then you finished that brute whatever thing?
I certainly did.
We learned more about her at
Let's see
least,
what
so
we
that's cool.
got. Piece of cake.
The screen changed again. What the hell is that?
No idea. Looks like a puzzle.
We've done this.
Huh? Aren't you gonna, I don't know, do more computer stuff?
No, I can't do any more. It won't let me do any more programming. See? The keyboard. Nothing. So, there's nothing more I can do.
Alright, well, I guess I'll cut again.
I'll leave this to you then, Junpei.
And bring you back once we're done with the puzzle, unless something else happens in the meantime, alright?
I did.
Hey, Junpei, do you have a... I wanted to ask you something.
Alright, something's happening now.
Junpei, you went into door 5 with my brother, right?
Maybe that's why everything changed, because we went into door 5, not into door, what was the other one for?
Did you hear him say, like, anything weird?
He was weird, yeah.
Huh? Well, let me think. Sorry, Clover. I can't really think of anything. I mean, he did mention that his hearing exceeds that of a regular person, or something like that, but that's about it.
Okay.
Hey, wait a minute.
Hmm?
Look, I don't know if I should ask you things, but if you don't mind, I was hoping you could tell me if, is Snake, I mean, was he born...
You're talking about his eyes?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't born blind. When he was a kid, he got in an accident. A really bad car accident. He couldn't see after that.
More info about these people.
His arm.
His arm?
What was wrong with his arm?
Yeah, my brother's left arm is, it's not like a normal person's arm. It's fake. It's not a real arm.
Is that the arm his bracelet's on? Is that the arm his bracelet's on? Because if that's the case, he could just take it off. And he could definitely be the killer. Because he could even leave his bracelet behind.
The accident hurt him really bad. To save him, they had to cut off his arm.
That's huge.
Oh.
Is that all you wanted to ask me?
Look, I'm sorry for making you talk about all that painful stuff.
It's not that.
That's huge. That could give him such an advantage. Holy shit, that is unreal. Alright, we gotta finish this freaking puzzle again. I mean, we're basically done here already. Alright, puzzle done. It is time for us to move on out of this goddamn place. Like, it was super fast. Stop bitching, man. God. Alright, we're done. We're out of here. Puzzle done. Roommate is done. Let's go. Dunsky.
Whew, thank God we got out of there.
We can skip again until something new happens. We'll worry about that if and when something new happens.
Well, we will be all alone in here.
Jumpy?
Nah.
Huh? Oh, nothing. It's not important. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Before I
said,
make
wait a
myself look
minute.
like an idiot.
Why?
Aren't you afraid, Jumpy?
Of what? No.
Afraid of what?
Well, I've never, you know,
It's your first time?
I might get wet
What?
down there.
Well, I mean, of course you would. That's the way it works. I mean, I've never heard of anyone getting soaking wet somewhere else.
What?
That's true. You don't mind
Mind what?
getting wet?
What is going on here?
Well, I don't know. I think I'd probably, you know, like it.
Gosh, Jumpy, you're so brave.
That's not what he's talking about.
Really? I mean, I kind of think any guy would do the same thing, you know? What happens, happens, right? I mean, if you get the chance, you've just got to go for it. That's what a man is supposed to do, I guess.
Oh my god.
You're so cool, Jumpy. I really admire you.
That doesn't really seem like the sort of thing you ought to admire someone for.
I'm really scared.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you've never done it before.
Yes, so I don't think I'll be able to last very long. And then it'll be over.
You're doing this on purpose, lady. I know you are. Stop it.
Yes.
Getting his hopes
I'll
up.
go to heaven.
Heaven?
It feels kind of like you're floating in space, and your mind gets all fuzzy, like when you pass out. At least that's what I've heard from people who have experienced it.
Yes, I've heard that too. Although I don't think the same thing happens to guys.
What?
Huh?
But it would happen to men too, wouldn't it? It would happen to anyone. Once it gets into your body, the same thing happens to everyone.
Well, I mean, usually it doesn't go inside the man. I mean, generally.
Yes, it does. Well, eventually it will. It's not like you really have a choice. Your body will force you to swallow some of it. Eventually.
What are you trying to do to me?
Nothing. I'm not going to do anything to you.
This is literally my favorite part of the game now. This is fucking hilarious.
I'm just saying that that's what happens.
Nothing
It's a
funnier than
psychological reaction
miscommunication.
to what you're experiencing.
Oh, is that so?
Oh my god.
I know most men probably have larger lungs, but even then, I don't think you could hold your breath for 20 or even 10 minutes. Eventually, you'd have to breathe, and then the water would get into your lungs.
There we go.
Once that happens, your body won't be able to get oxygen anymore, and you'll start to feel that floaty
I got
feeling
tears.
as you pass out.
It's so funny.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right. You wouldn't last very long.
See?
Come to think of it, the lower floor.
Jesus, what a mish. That was awesome. Fucking hell. My favorite part of the game. So funny. Alright, let's skip ahead. Do we have puzzles in here? I don't even remember.
Well, we'd probably get really wet up there.
Huh?
At any rate, we should probably go back as soon as we can, once we're done looking around down here.
Good idea. I agree. Look, it's door number 6. Anything new? Nothing new yet. Lots of skipping though. Man, we're getting through a lot of game in a single episode with all this skipping. And with all the knowing how to solve the puzzle already, that helped too. Must admit. I remember this bit. That's the exploded snake. Apparently. I still think Snake's the bad guy. I'm sold on it, especially after I found out that he's got a fake arm. Sold. I mean, no one can see if that's actually his face. If it's actually him, take his arm off, leave the bracelet somewhere, and then just sneak around. He doesn't have to worry about being blown up or anything. Not cool.
But I don't... Where could Zero be hiding?
I think Zero is
One of us. I'm just gonna say the opposite thing that I said last time.
That's crazy. Isn't the ship going to sink in a few hours? If Zero was here with us, he'd be putting himself in danger. Why the hell would he do something like that? There's no motive.
You don't believe me.
Clover,
Clover, I understand what you're feeling. You don't feel that you can trust any of us, but you have to understand. The more we distrust one another, the further we fall into our true foe's trap.
It's true.
Zero was the one who did those horrible things to your brother. Do you want to let yourself be manipulated by someone who would do such a horrible thing?
Your brother's the bad guy, I know he is. He's a bad man. He's Jigsaw.
It's 3 in the morning.
He's the origami killer.
Then we need
Alright,
to
let's
move
skip ahead.
now. 7. Clover, I know how you feel, but you do understand that right now it's important we trust one another, don't you? We must go. We have very little time left.
Our next destination is Mercury.
But maybe you and June should check it out first and then report back to us.
Alright, skipping ahead. Let's see what happens next. When are we gonna do these numbered doors? That's what I want to do. Do the next numbered door. Big time. Big important. I wish it auto-skip the puzzles that we've already done. That'd be nice. Then I don't have to do them again. Alright, we're picking our last numbered door. And I believe we're doing one again that we've already done before. But like the last one, we'll probably find out some new information while doing it still. This is where we reloaded at last time, if you remember. We're going through door 6, which is the door we went through the first time. So again, we'll skip through the puzzle, but if there's any new dialogue that comes up during the puzzle, obviously we'll display that, because that'll be important. We learned so much new stuff last time, during the last puzzle. So this time we'll probably learn more about the characters we're with. Ace! It'd be nice to learn more about Ace. And June too, I guess. Oh, and Santa. We don't know anything about Santa, apart from the fact that he's emo as. Oh crap, it's this place. I remember this puzzle. This puzzle's dumb. I literally did this puzzle like this morning? Or yesterday? Something like that. It's very recent anyway. Alright, I'm gonna cut here after the secret way out and I'll bring you back.
You know, speaking of experiments.
Hello, we got some more information. Looks like we're gonna get something out of Santa this time. This is new.
There was this experiment some scientists did with rats. First, they took a squarish C-shaped tank and filled it with enough water that the rats could drown in it. The tank has 2 exits. Just to make it easy, we'll call one A and the other B. Exit A is pitch black, so dark even a rat can't see anything. But exit B is electrified, which means the rat can't leave through it. So, what would a rat do if it was put in this situation?
Wouldn't the electrified door end up running through the water as well?
Which exit would the rat choose?
B, of course. The rat has no way of knowing that exit B is electrified.
Exactly. The rat goes to exit B. Of course, like I said, it's electrified, which means the rat can't get out that way. So, after a lot of trial and error, the rat finally finds exit A.
I can't say that's very interesting or relevant. It's simply the story of a laboratory experiment.
You're right. It isn't very interesting. Yet. See, these scientists repeated this experiment over and over, using hundreds of different rats over several generations. This produced some surprising results.
The babies of the babies of the babies automatically knew to go to A.
With each
Is that what you're gonna tell me?
The rats took less time to find the correct exit. Eventually, a rat was put in the tank who instantly chose exit A without even attempting to go to exit B.
Like the information is being passed down.
That wasn't the most impressive part. The same experiment was conducted in another laboratory, far from the original one, with the same results. No, on second thought, the results weren't really the same. The rats in this second experiment began the trials with significantly faster times than the first rats in the initial one. These rats weren't related to the others and had never even come in contact with them. And yet...
This is the same story, basically the same story as Lotus was saying on our first run through.
They all easily found their way to exit A as though they already knew. What did it mean?
Are you suggesting something like telepathy? They were passing information to one another through some undetectable medium?
How the hell would I know? I'm not that kind of scientist. I don't know what made them do that. But I do know that story's true. And if you've got another explanation, I'd sure love to hear it. Come on, let's get going. There's still a lot here we haven't checked out. And we gotta get the hell out of here before June passes out.
Hey, wait. There's something I want to ask you.
What?
Why did they use that tank for the experiment?
Huh?
Well, I mean, it seems like you could conduct the same experiment without the water. They could have just used a dry box, you know? If they needed to motivate the rats to escape, they could have, I don't know, put some bait by exit B or something. I mean, do they really have to make it so the rats can drown?
You know, the word emergency comes from the same root as the word emerge. You ever think about that?
Huh?
Well, an emergency is something urgent, often something dangerous. And to emerge means to sort of come out, or appear, or rise out of something else. So what's going to emerge in an emergency? Inspiration.
Inspiration?
Yeah. Think about it. When the chips are down, either you crack or your mind focuses and pulls up what you need.
So in an emergency, your real potential emerges. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. That's why the rats had to drown. They had to be in danger. There had to be an emergency for inspiration to emerge.
Oh.
Cool. Alright, alright. I'll cut you again and we'll bring you back once the puzzle's done, because I think we're nearly done here. Dunsky. That is one more puzzle done. That is room number door 6 complete.
The door's open.
Let's go. Back to skipping again. Though there's many puzzles in a row now, wasn't there? So, that could be a pain in the bum. I think it goes straight into another puzzle, pretty much.
They bought it in an accident when we were still kids.
More information.
So I had to be like her dad. And that meant that I bought her Christmas presents every year. On Christmas Eve, I'd leave the present next to her pillow. And the next morning, she'd come running into my room with this big smile. Look, look, Santa left me a present.
That's why you're
Santa.
Santa.
I really wanted. I'm so glad he got my letter. She was always so excited. I was the one who told her to write those letters. I'd say, write down something you want and mail it to Santa. The address I gave her was somewhere in Northern Europe that doesn't exist. Anyway, she'd write the letter and stamp it and send it out. And then a few days later, it'd show up back in our mailbox marked address unknown. I'd open the letters before she figured out they'd been sent back. Once I had the letter, I'd go around to a couple stores with some money I'd saved up over the year and buy her the stuff she'd asked for.
That's clever, man.
Saving, but I managed to buy her presents every year.
Huh.
Huh.
But one year, her letter was different. She didn't write a list of toys she wanted or anything like that.
She wanted parents.
Instead, it said, I don't want any presents this year. Instead, I want you to make my wish come true. My wish is that we'll be happy like this for a really long time.
That's good.
That was it. Nothing else.
Doing such a good job as a dad then.
But I couldn't make that wish come true. Some Santa I am.
What happened?
She died. She was killed 9 years ago.
She was the girl that we learned from she was one of the ones that was kidnapped on the ship. She was the girl that got killed when Seven saved the girls. Or whoever saved the girls 9 years ago saved them. His sister was the one that died. Fuck me days.
Oh.
That's huge. Fuck me days.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, we are out of time for this episode. Clearly. Because oh my god, we gotta do this puzzle anyway. We gotta do this puzzle. I'll wrap this one up here. And then the next one, we'll skip the puzzle, except for any relevant dialogue, and move our way to the end. We should probably finish the game by the end of the next episode anyway, because with the skipping, it's not taking that long. It's taking us one episode to get through most of the game, so hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, thanks for sticking it out for me, and I'll see you in the next one.